So Boogie just had Turkey Tom on the Power of the Internet podcast, and wow, just wow. I mean, it's nothing really surprising, but I would never expect him to have one of his main. I don't want to call Tom a detractor. Is I think Tom's more just documenting his stuff, but I didn't think a critic. He's a critic. I didn't think he'd have one of his biggest critics on his podcast, but no, he did, and I'm glad Tom didn't go easy on him. So I'm gonna watch this interview a little bit. I'm gonna take some snippets out of it. I'm not gonna upload the whole thing or a whole me talking over the whole thing. I just wanna find some moments that I really liked and then discuss them. So we're gonna move over to the recording screen. Alright, here we are on the recording screen. So I've seen this video a few times now. I pretty much already know what's gonna happen. So I already skipped to like one of the better parts. I skipped to the intro. The intro wasn't really anything. The best parts come in when like they really start getting into the questions. What I like is Tom kind of right away doesn't let Boogie have control of the conversation. He doesn't let him have control of the interview. Tom essentially takes that control away, and you'll see that in a moment. So yeah, this is gonna be cut down, by the way. I'm not gonna watch this whole 1 hour. I'm gonna watch it, but you're not gonna see the whole hour and 33 minutes. And I promise I'm not trying to like slice this to make it work for a narrative I have. I encourage you to go watch the whole thing yourself. I think Tom's gonna post it eventually as well, and I think Tom's gonna post it unedited. Edited. I stuttered there. Sorry about that. And yeah. I don't know how edited this is. Boogie said he edited it for a podcast format. He's gonna put it on iTunes and everything, but I think Tom's version is gonna be less edited, and it's gonna be like the full uncut interview. But I really think this with Boogie is still in a full uncut interview. So yeah, let's stop. I can't think of the word. Let's just get this fucking shit started.
Very beginning. I know you made a video about me very recently. Where did you start with in that video? What was like the first controversy you talked about?
I don't know that there's a ton of questions I have because I feel like I already know that you're gonna bullshit me in this interview. I already know what happened. I guess I can retread the video if you want.
Well, there's definitely some things that you
see. Right, that right there is what I'm talking about. Right away, Tom doesn't let him have control. He basically brings up the point that Boogie has a history of bullshitting, and he's letting it be known that he's not gonna like entirely trust everything Boogie says, and he's going to question it.
You were wrong about in that video, and I can point out a few.
Okay, what was I wrong
but
about?
I'd rather just start at the beginning.
What was I wrong about? I'd like to start there.
Well, so you heavily implied that you did not state that some of the abuse allegations I've made, or all of the abuse allegations that I've made, are falsified. And that's probably the biggest sticking point that I really was frustrated with in the video.
Okay,
As
well,
you
I'm
saw on
sorry
my
you
Twitter.
took it that way, but I don't think you actually think that. I think that if you watch the video, which I don't know if you watched that whole portion, I don't know how much you watched. If you watched the video,
I find it very painful to watch these types of videos for me, especially once misinformation is put out there. And so when I see misinformation, I click it off immediately. And that's where I got to with your video. And I mostly...
And there's the mistake Boogie made. He didn't watch the whole video. Now, if somebody's making a video about you, about details about your life, yeah, you should probably watch the whole video. I know I would. As painful as it would be, if you're not watching the whole video, you're not really gonna come into a situation like this prepared. I've never been in a situation like this, but I know for a fact you don't want to come into a situation like this unprepared. if they made a video about you, you want to watch that video several times, I think, and get all the details. Because if you're not getting all the details, you're gonna look uninformed, and it's gonna make you look stupid. And yeah, I just had to put that there. It does indeed make Boogie look very stupid. I mean, let's face it, he's not the smartest guy in the world. We've seen proof of that, but this was just dumb.
Skimmed it up to them.
There was no misinformation in the video, and if there was, you would have an easy slam dunk of a video being like, Turkey Tom lied about me, because there's plenty of people that would love to see that. But
Well, I can't prove something that happened 30 years ago. The people who did it are dead.
you don't have to prove that it happened. You could just say that it's if you genuinely think that I accused you of lying about being molested or something, you could just say he accused me of lying about being molested. That's horrible. I was molested. You could just say that, and you would look great to the YouTube audience. You would look amazing.
Well,
But
again,
that's not what I did in the
think-
video. In the video, I showed, and even you acknowledge this, which is crazy. And it's crazy that you even say this right now. In the video, I'm like, there's a bunch of contradictions. I don't think he lied about abuse, but this was a point when people began to question, maybe he lied about other things. And I showed that in the video. But in the video itself, I explicitly state, and there was no begging the question, I state, there's no reason to think he lied about this stuff. That would be too insane, even for Boogie. And I actually have a tweet right here.
I missed that part, so I think that's great. I did not see that
I don't
part.
think you missed it, because it was in the replies of your video, and you even replied to a clip of it on Twitter. You replied to someone talking about it.
Sure.
Let me see here. You said, I will give you credit for one thing. I have been very bad at communicating my history, and I don't blame people for doubting it, including yourself. That's the best I can do. My friend, be well and have a good life.
True.
So that's the thing. It's like, on one hand, you accuse me of doing something I didn't do, and on the other hand, you say, well, even if you did do that, I don't blame you.
So here's my point of view. Let's take somebody like Sean Hannity, or who's the other guy that just recently got fired from Fox
Tucker.
News. Tucker, yeah. Like Tucker, all he does is ask questions, but they're very leading questions. And I find that a lot of times when I watch your video essays, they're very leading. You won't outright say that this is what I believe, but it's pretty apparent that it's what you believe and what you want your
Do you have
audience
any
to believe.
examples of that? I'm curious.
Well, just this. It seemed like in this particular case, you're afraid to say, I think Boogie's lying, but it seems to be
I know you
your
lied,
audience
not
to
about
lie.
that. I don't know you lied about that. I'd say you probably told the truth about that. But once again, in the video itself, I say I don't think you lied. You responded on Twitter publicly to a clip of me saying that I don't think he lied. And now,
Well, I literally had somebody come out and like.
See, this is why Boogie should have watched the whole video here. It made this instance right here made it look dumb. Also, like the fact that Boogie compared Tom to like a Fox News commentator, it kind of felt like Boogie was trying to discredit him a bit. I can't say for certain that's what he was trying to do, but it's definitely what it felt like. And yeah, Boogie is once again showing that he didn't exactly come into this prepared, and it's going to be very apparent throughout the video that he did not come to this prepared at all, and he only watched a little bit, and he should have watched way more.
This is how that went down on Friday. The initial tweet that I saw was, Turkey Tom came out and said in a video that you lied. So I was responding to them without watching the video for myself, and that's my mistake. I'm a very reactionary person.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm an idiot. I think you should know that by now. If you're as steeped in lore as you are, you should know that I'm a low IQ individual.
You're not low IQ,
with a
though.
new eye diverse brain.
I like how Tom is giving Boogie some respect there. It's showing that Tom isn't going into this to be disrespectful. He's going into this to somewhat defend himself, and to also I think he really just wants to see Boogie be a better person. I think that's really what we all want. I mean, yeah, I made those fucking videos a few months ago where I was very critical of Boogie. I think at the time I was just really angry at him because he would say a bunch of stupid shit. And I think that just goes for everybody. He says a bunch of stupid shit. We all get angry at him. We want Boogie to do better. We want him to not be this stupid person, because he's not. He's not a stupid person, but he sure acts like it.
I don't understand why you're doing it. You have no like benefit to talking to me.
There's 3 reasons, really. This is how I've justified it. Oh, 1 second, my puppy needs. Here's how I've justified it in my mind. Hopefully, it can give you an idea of my delusions. Number 1, in my mind, I like Turkey Tom. I don't like everything you've done. I don't like everything you said. Same thing I said about iDubbbz. Same thing I'll say about Ethan Klein. Same thing I'll say about everybody. But there are parts about your content that I like, and I think I like you as a person for the most part. Though I don't know you that well, right?
The other day, you called me like a racist on Twitter. You claimed that I lied.
Oh yeah,
about
you
your
definitely
abuse.
said some racist shit, and you yeah.
But you have too.
And here comes Boogie again. I think he's trying to make Tom's opinion devalued because he's a racist. Tom isn't a racist. Like I said, Tom hangs out. I don't know if I said this yet. Tom was on Fish Tank, so he hangs out with Sam Hyde, or hung out with Sam. I don't know if he's like one of Sam Hyde's top guys. But he was on Fish Tank with Sam Hyde and Frank Castle, and they do edgy humor. They say some racist things, but I don't think they're legit racist. Like a lot of people think. But yeah, I think this is just Boogie trying to devalue Tom's video about him, and yeah, it's not gonna work.
So here, yeah, but I think you said in that one set of screenshots more racist shit than I've said in the last 20 years.
That's definitely not true.
I've said.
There goes Boogie. He's trying to push this narrative that Tom is a racist because Tom has made edgy jokes, when Boogie has done the same damn thing. And this is one of the things about Boogie that pisses me off. He tries to act all high and mighty, but we know he's not. We know he said stupid shit, and even then he said it's not a bad thing. I like edgy humor. I think it's funny. I grew up on MW2 lobbies, and I heard the most scathing, dark shit. But here's Boogie acting like he has never, well, not never, but he's like better because he acknowledges what he said wasn't good. But it's not. It's not like you're better, Boogie. It's not. You're on the same playing field as everyone else. The only difference is you have a bigger following. I don't think that's the case anymore. But yeah, you're not better. You gotta stop doing this shit right here. And I'm sure Tom's gonna say that in his next video about you, whenever that comes out.
I made a joke about people of color being broke because I thought historically people of color in this nation have not been given the opportunity to build wealth, and I thought people would get that joke.
Yeah, that's really why you were saying that, or just because you thought it was a funny racist joke, Boogie? There was a great, because
that's what was going.
There was a great joke about like institutionalized oppression and.
So do you know the history? Do you know the history of that moment, other than the clip? Do you know the context of that clip, out of curiosity? I have a friend named Kelsey, who would donate to my live stream every time I live stream, 5 nights a week almost. And he had a username called SparkleDump, and he would always donate with the message, "I'm a black person." And I would try to riff on that every time. And like the first time he did it, I said something like,
So you made a joke.
Yeah.
This context doesn't change anything. I'm not saying you're racist. I'm saying you made a joke. I'm saying it's ridiculous for you to call me racist when I have people from other Boogie accounts combing through your old internet shit to find you saying even more racist stuff about
That's
black
out of
girls.
curiosity. Are you racist?
Am I racist?
Yeah. Like, do you dislike people of color?
No.
Do you think less?
Why the fuck would he ask this question? This is where things start to get really ridiculous. It's like, Boogie, clearly he's not racist. Clearly he just makes edgy jokes. This day and age, there's not that many racists. I'm sorry to say, your narrative doesn't really work here. If it was like the 1960s, yeah, maybe I'd say he's a racist. because there was a lot more racists back then. There isn't that many racists, at least in the United States. At least as far as, in my opinion, there isn't that many racists. I know people would disagree with me on that. I hate how he does this. This is, the way I see it, this is him trying to defame, why did I say defame? He's trying to defame Turkey Tom. He's trying to defame him, so his video gets devalued. His opinion is devalued. And yeah, it's just so dumb. It really is. And I hate how Boogie keeps saying these dumb things. I mean, all Boogie has to do really is ignore the videos, and ignore the people, and it'll just go away. But he doesn't. He just doesn't. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep watching this fucking train wreck.
Less of people of color.
No.
Do you think less of Jewish people?
No.
Why do you feel comfortable making those jokes? Because I've made maybe 4 of those jokes in 20 years, and I feel very uncomfortable having made them.
No,
I have. You can count them.
Dude, you claimed to be a 4chan guy. You went on fucking the Beta podcast. You were like, I said fag this, fag that.
Actually, I will tell you. So let's be honest about that. I'll kind of have to blur that. So I grew up on Sam Kinison, Lenny Bruce. I still watch Louis C.K., Dave Chappelle to this day. I watch you. I watched old school idols.
Okay, so you understand people like to make jokes.
Yeah, of course.
So why the fuck are you mad at me for shit I said in private on Discord, Boogie?
I just thought you called me racist in that video, so calling you racist.
I didn't call you racist in the video.
Did you not bring up like old racist clips in that video or something like that?
No.
Oh, well, okay. Well, that's what I thought you did.
Watch the fucking video. Watch the fucking video. Watch the fucking video. Boogie, watch the fucking video. Like, holy fuck. You could have come into this way more prepared if you watched the fucking video. It's amazing that you make yourself look so bad all the time. And all you have to do is watch Tom's video.
See, again, I'm functioning on my limited capacity of brain power.
Don't you think you should get off the internet then?
Probably not. It's my only income. I'm a disabled man. I don't really know what else I could possibly do to earn a living. So this is the only thing I feel like I can do.
You could like get like an
I made a list, Boogie. I made a list. You wanna take a look at that list? I really recommend that. So yeah, I don't want to cover this entire video. I think I covered a good amount of the stuff that really bothered me. There's more, but it's an hour-long video, and I've already watched it 3 times. This is basically a 4th viewing, and it's starting to take its toll on me. Yeah, Boogie just needs to try to better himself, but he's not, and I don't think he will. I really want him to. I think everybody else does. This boxing match seemed like a step in the right direction, but it seems like he's just using that now as a way to gaslight his audience into his victim complex. And, it's really unfortunate. That's all I have for today. Tune into one of my live streams where I try not to bore the shit out of everyone. Leave a like if you like this video. Leave a dislike if you didn't like it. Maybe think about hitting the subscribe button. It'd be nice if I could get to 400 subscribers. That's my next goal. I do it at hundreds at a time. But yeah, that's really all I have for today. I really never know how to end these videos, so I'm just gonna say see you next time.